And we are live. We are live. Um, you can see me, you can hear me. Okay. All right, guys. If you can see me, if you can, oh, if you can see me and you can hear me, let me know. All right. So if you are here, let me know. All right, welcome to the second training session. Welcome to the second training session. As soon as you join, let me know that you can see me. Let me know that you can see me and you can hear me, all right? I want to be sure that everybody can see me and everybody can hear me. So this is the second training session. And as you can see on the screen, we're going to be quickly looking at how to 10x. Oh, Jennifer, I see you. How to 10x your revenue in 2025. All right. So welcome, welcome. Yesterday we did the onboarding and the first training session where we're looking at, man, the onboarding and the first training session will always be how to win on LinkedIn. All right. And it's going to keep coming fresh, but that will always be the focus. It's like a welcome story where I get to welcome you to the challenge, to the cohort, and then introduce you to how the challenge works and how to make the most of it. So today, this is now the proper training session for the cohort. And I want to say welcome, welcome tonight. So people are gradually joining and we'll just kickstart. Yeah, wherever the people that just joined with us, they will pick up from there and the rest can actually watch the replay video. All right. If you're just joining, just let me know in the comment section. Just say I and tell me. I mean, the moment you say I in the comment section, I will know who exactly it is that is saying I. All right, all right. Like I said, tonight's training is going to be short, but it's going to be life changing. How many of you remember? Maybe you have not had me tell the story of my first coaching session. I mean, not like my own coaching program, but the first business coaching program that I attended. That was in 2020 when I started my online business. You have had me tell that story again. I've always said it. There is nowhere I'm going to find myself in this life, and I would not keep telling that story. It is like a very, Mr. Batunde, I see you. It is like it's like the foundation of everything that I do online today. So it is a very integral part of my story and my journey on the internet. So I'm going to keep telling the story. So in 2020, when I started my online business, and I was still clueless, all right? Today I'm still learning, but I was as good as clueless. I just knew I'd read a book early in the year 2020, The Millionaire Fast Lane by MJ DeMarco. And that was one of the books that actually, I mean, I recommend that book anytime, any day. If you have not read the book, please, you can lay your hands on it. The Millionaire Fast Lane by MJ DeMarco. So that was one of the books that the potentials of in the internet, all right? And then I began to think of, oh, what can I do with the internet? And that was when, during the lockdown in June 2020, the idea to start an online business, to start an agency came up. And when I started, like I said, I began to prospect Nigerian clients. I mean, I was posting on WhatsApp, posting on Facebook. All right. Ajalalikon is now, in business, and I was now going to be known as a business owner, the founder of the Optimal Edge business concept. I mean, and I was actually rendering business support service, email marketing, web design, graphics design. So if some of the businesses, for example, graphic design and web design was in partnership. So if I get any contract from outsource it to my friends who are graphic designer, web designer. Of course, I get my own commission from the contract fee. You get the what I'm saying. So I was just prospecting Nigerian clients. I mean, I was thinking like a local child, all right? Until Steve Harris, Coach Steve Harris, I think he's in the US now, either US or Canada, putting up adverts about his signature program, monetizing the business of your talent, something like that, mastering the business of your talent. And I joined. And again, if you've had me tell this story, I was broke. My friend Julius Omokuno was also broke. We were like starting the business together around that time. He started earlier than me. He started the whole freelancing thing a little earlier than me. So, but we're still broke, all right? And so we didn't have money to join the training. But I just knew in my heart, I mean, that training was some training I needed to attend. So what did we do? We took a loan. The coaching program was 150K. It was a 7 weeks coaching program. So we took a loan and then we joined the program. So 7 weeks coaching program, there were video recordings that we needed to watch already. I mean, the trainings were already in videos, uploaded online. Then there was live coaching session every week. We're between 2 hours and 3 hours. So in 7 weeks coaching calls, 20, let's say about 21 hours of coaching calls. The videos themselves should be nothing less than maybe between 8 to 10 hours. 7 weeks coaching program, and only 2 sentences left the coaching program with me. Only 2 sentences. Now, does not mean I still have the book and I still have access to the online course. I don't know if they have revoked theirs. I think it was 2 years. So if it's 2 years, they must have revoked our access. But I still have the book where I had my jottings. But I mean, there's how you go for, if you're Christian and you go to church, that's how you go to stop preaches for 1 hour, 1 hour 30 minutes, or even 40 minutes. And sometimes it's just one, Mr. Desai, I see you. It's just one sentence that strikes you and goes with you from the service. So in all of the 7 weeks coaching program, 2 sentences struck me and left the coaching program with me. And those were the 2 sentences that changed my game on the internet. Number one, and I'm saying it, this may also make sense to some of you. I'm also saying it because what I will share tonight, all of the strategies may not apply to your business. It can be one of them that you can actually apply. It can be two. Some of you, it can be four of them. Some of you, it may not even be the strategies. It may just be something that I say in passing that you're going to pick and you're going to meditate on, and it's going to change your life. All right. So I had to put that forward. So the 2 quotes that left the coaching program with me was, number one, it is not what you, it is what you have, but you do not know how to use. All right. It is not what you do, it is what you have, but you use. And you can apply this at all times. I mean, I look into my life and I see several applications of it. Number one, I'm Christian, so I'm going to give you stories from the Bible. If you're Muslim here, you're not, you're an atheist, or you are just not partisan as far as religion is concerned, this is not me preaching to you, all right? This is just me actually sharing stories that I want to make sense, because I want to make sense of something to you. There's a story in 1 Kings chapter 4 where this woman ran to the prophet Elisha and said, "Oh, prophet, my husband is dead, and the creditor has come to take my 2 children as payment. Fullness, I see you, as payment for the debt my husband was owing." And she said, "Oh, my husband was faithful," and all of that. And then the prophet asked her, "What do you have?" And she said, "We have nothing." All right. I mean, if we have something, we'd probably have sold it. But I mean, we just have one small oil like that. And then the prophet told her, he said, go and borrow plenty jars. When you borrow the plenty jars, shut the door, that small oil, turn it into the jars. And this woman obeyed the prophet. And then she got jars, maybe got a few of them and then stopped. Then shut the door and began to pour the oil. And the oil kept multiplying until all the jars were full. And then she went to the prophet and said, oh, prophet, all the jars are full. There are no jars left. And the prophet said, okay, what you do now is take that, take those jars of oil, go and sell it, and then what? You and your children should live on the rest. The oil that changed the life of the woman had always been in the house, but the woman just did not see anything special about the oil until the prophet opened her eyes to see what was possible. And that small oil became big. Some of you already have with you right now what you need to change your life. It can be your LinkedIn profile. I'm not kidding now. It can be that LinkedIn profile that you have not been taking serious all of these years. That can be what will change your life. Peace, I see you. Yeah, peace. That can be what will change your life, but you have just never seen any value in that LinkedIn profile. I mean, I can count several stories of the dollars that I've made from LinkedIn just because in 2022, I decided to take that very serious. I've met people that I imagined I would meet in my life. I've gotten opportunities that I imagined in my life. Everybody in this, challenge. How did I meet most of you? LinkedIn. But this LinkedIn, I opened it in 2017 and I never used it until 2022, 5 years later. So oftentimes, that statement by Steve Harris is very true. It is not always what you do not have that limits you in life. Most cases, it is what you already have, but you do not know how to use. All right. So some of you already have the talent, the skills, the relationships, the network, the education that you need to change your life. You just have not been putting it to good use. It can be your LinkedIn profile. You have just not been putting it to good use. So one of the things this challenge is going to do for you is to help you see how exactly to show up on the internet and then make the best use of your personal brand. Then the second thing he said is, and that is going to be in tonight's training, instead of going for the sheep in your industry, he says go for the shepherd. And this is what he meant. He said instead of going for the small boys in your industry, the companies that have 2 employees, 2 to 5, 5 to 10, he says go for the Fortune 500, the Fortune 1000, go for the big players. He says it might be very difficult for you to get such companies because the standard is often high than a lot of people are willing to go. But if you finally land one of them, the reward will wipe out all of your struggle. That I can say that is true from my own personal life too. So when I left the coaching program, I told myself, how do I apply this strategy? And I said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop prospecting. The second strategy, which is stop going after the sheep, go for the shepherd. I'm going to stop prospecting Nigerian clients. I want to break into the American market. Can I give you a fun fact? If $100 million was spent in the digital transformation industry in 2024, at least 25 to 50% of that money came from the American market. So I told myself, if there is one market I needed to break into, it's going to be the American market. Let me go and take small out of the dollars. And because I was Nigerian, or I am Nigerian, and you know that the disparity between the dollar and the naira is like very wide. I mean, if I say it was wide in 2021, I don't even know what we're going to say in 20. All right, in 2021 that I'm talking about, my first dollar gig was $60, and when I changed it was like 25,000 naira, and I think dollar was changing for probably 300, 350 around that point. Right now, it is over 1,600. All right, so I left the coaching program, took that strategy that he shared with us, and I applied it in that way. And in 2021, I focused on breaking into America, the American market. In February, I started in January. In February, I got my first American client. In May, I got my breakthrough American company that signed me on for 10 years. So 2021, this 2025, we're 4 years into the contract. There's still 6 years more. As soon as I got on the contract, I worked for the company for just 2 weeks. I made $3,800, 1.9 million naira, and my life changed all of a sudden. All right. So, guys, I'm saying you might come for tonight's training and everything I say may not really apply to you. All right. It may just be one sentence, one statement that applies to you. What you want to do as soon as you leave the training tonight is to go sit on it and think, how can I apply this? How can I really make sense and make meaning of this? And you cannot imagine how much idea that single sentence can birth and what can become of you in the next 4 to 5 years. I hope my story made sense tonight. All right. So welcome. Tonight we're looking at how to 10x your revenue in 2025. And I'm actually going to share with you some of the strategies that worked for me in 2024. So quick story. In 2022, ChatGPT, OpenAI launched ChatGPT. And I'm a writer. The first industry that was impacted negatively by ChatGPT and all of this AI generative model was the writing industry. All right. So when that breakthrough came in November 2022, I mean, AI just became a thing. And as soon as we got into 2023, it just affected my writing business. It affected my ghostwriting business. I was losing clients, I was losing opportunities. Everybody was now doing AI and all of that. So in 2023, might be it. Open confession. I mean, I've been doing like every year, 2020, from 2021, when I had my breakthrough clients in May, every year, 2021, I did close to 10 figures in Naira, all right? That's close to 10 million. Then the following year, 2022, we did 8 figures, all right? But as soon as we got into 2023 and OpenAI ChatGPT was around, my finances got badly hit. I couldn't even do up to 5 million, all right? So as the year was winding to an end, I had to sit again. I mean, this is a challenge now, all right? There's a new challenge on our plate. I needed to re-strategize and ask myself, how can we turn things around as we go into 2024? So some of the strategies that I came up with a lot of strategies. Some of them worked, some did not work. So it is the few that worked for me in 2024 that I want to share with you tonight. And I hope you're ready to write. I'm not using slides tonight, so I'm just I have my notes tonight. So I got back from church very late. Maybe around I had to just quickly take what was in my head and then put it down in my book so I can share tonight. So no slides, all right? I'm just going to be speaking from my book and from my heart, all right? So I want you to pay rapt attention. And like I said, we're going to be done by 9 or at the most 9:15. I have another training for 9:30. All right, guys. So what were the strategies that worked for me? What are the things that you can do? And like I said, all of the 4 strategies I'm going to share tonight may not apply to your business because our businesses are unique and different. All right. But it may just be one that applies. All right. And that is the one that may be the one that changes your finances in 2025. So number 1, can I say this is not okay? What is the goal of every business? All right. The goal of every business. And if you say you start a business and you're not making profit, it's as good as you're running an NGO, all right? Until you're making profit, quote and unquote, you're not in business. Now, see, there are businesses that you start that in 1 year, in 2 years, you may not break even. You may just still be investing money. For example, if you start businesses like software, SaaS, SaaS, software as a service, and you're just launching the MVP, you're just doing market testing and all that, you may need to spend money on software design and all that, and then launch the MVP, and you might have spent some thousands of dollars and you may not be making profit yet. I mean, Facebook ran for several years without making profit until the marketing thing began to work, and now they are making so much profit. All right. So there are businesses that you start and you may not make profit in 1-2 years, but the ultimate goal of every business is somewhere down the line you must begin to make profit. But the ultimate win is that when you begin to make profit, you now begin to think of how can you maximize profit? How can you get more value from the market? So let's say, like I was showing you my business, I was sharing with you my business figures. Let's say this year we made 5 million naira. Last year, 2024, we made 5 million naira. As we go into 2025, you should sit as a business and ask yourself, okay, so how can we do what we did last year better? What new things can we introduce so that we can go from 5 million and then go to 10 million, all right? And then in 2026, we say, okay, can we now go for 15? So the goal of every business is to make profit. Then after you're making profit, is now to maximize profit, get more value from the market. All right. So the conversation today is about maximizing profit. And there are some of you, this may work for you. I often tell people there are two ways that you can maximize your profit as a business. One, either you are making more sales, or two, you are reducing your overhead expenses. So let's say, for example, in 2024, your business made 5 million. If you want to, and I mean, after all the salaries and the overhead expenses, the payments for rent and all of that, the profit is 2 million naira. All right. As you go into 2025 and you want to maximize profit, do you know that if you just sell much more, let's say you sold 5 million last year, what about if you sell 10 million this year, and your overhead expenses, goes from, let's say, 3 million to maybe 4 or 5, or let's even say 6. Remove the 6 million from 10 million, you will now make 4 million profit in 2025. Why? Because you have sold more. But what if you now optimize your process? You cut out all of the excesses. And instead of spending 6 million on the cost of running the business, you spent 3 million in 2025. So it's 4 million profit. Your profit goes from 4 million to 7 million. So the two primary ways you can maximize your profit is to, one, make more sales. All right. And that can be, what you're selling before you sell, create new products, but make more sales. Then down on your overhead expenses, cut down on the cost of running the business. That may be something somebody is taking home tonight. So, but now let's now look into strategies and tips from the angle of not cutting the business. That's your own to go and sit and say, where are we spending money that we can optimize and not continue to spend? I mean, what can we cut in our expenses? All right. That's why some people move from buying diesel to solar. All right. I mean, private individuals do it. Businesses also do it. Because you calculate the money you spent on diesel in 2025, like, this is so much. What if we buy some standard solar that can actually power this business? It's going to reduce our expenditure. I'm just giving you and sometimes that's why people downsize. When you find it, when a business finds that they're not making maximum profit. Okay, so now we have 1,000 staff members. Are there people that their work, if you cut, if we lay off these people, our business will still run? And people go ahead, they lay off like 100,000. Then they've cut down paying, and that money now goes back to the business. That's for you to go think about. But let's look at a few strategies to raise your revenue, to raise the money that you make from your. One of the things I did in was I switched my price. I went for a value-based pricing strategy. In 2020, I introduced myself as a freelance writer, and my first gig in 2021. I mean, I got a gig in 2020, but it was with a Nigerian. So I'm not going to speak. My first gig in 2021 was a $15 per hour gig. It was a $60 gig. It was 4 hours. It was an article. So my first gig, I mean, blessed, all right? Their first gig is often $10,000, $5,000, $5. My first ever international gig was $15 from the start. So just from the start of my international exposure, my mouth became wide. All right. So it just set a standard for me that no, you can't go below this standard. It can only get better. So from 2021 till 2023, I was running a per hour charge base. I was running a per hour charge or running per article charge. So based on the fact that, so I went from $15 to 20 and then went to 25. So if I was writing an article that would take me 4 hours, $25 per hour times 4 will be $100. And one of the things I now did, when I signed the contract with the other company in May, they were paying me per word, and it was 10 cents per word. So if I write 1,000 words for them, that's going to be $100. If I write 1,500 word article, that's going to be $150. If I write 2,000 words, that's going to be $200. So I was charging either per word or per hour. All right. So, but as soon as we got into 2024, one of the things I did was I now switched from charging per hour to a value-based pricing strategy. So instead of saying, I write an article for $100, or I actually, charge 0.10 cents per word, I just simply moved to this new pricing strategy. For example, I was never doing LinkedIn executive ghostwriting until 2024. I was only doing SEO, web, and blog writing. It was in 2024 January that I began LinkedIn executive ghostwriting. And what I did when I started LinkedIn executive ghostwriting was I simply created pricing of that offer was tailored to the results that I know that I can get for clients. So instead of saying, oh, one article is 20, I just simply created an offer that is a 3-month offer, and I put a price tag on the offer. The least I charge for LinkedIn executive ghostwriting is $997. And depending on the client, it can go up, all right? Or depending on the demands of what the client wants me to do, that price can go from $997 and go further. For example, the $997 is just for writing, carousels, video editing. So if the client wants me to manage their profile, so it's a different thing. If I'm going to just create the content, we're going to upload it on Google Drive or all that, you're going to access it and then you copy, you download, you put on your profile. But if you want me to now manage your profile, in all of my contracts, it is stated that managing your profile now has an additional, comes with an additional charge. But basically what I'm saying is I simply just moved, even my SEO, web, and blog writing, instead of charging per word and per hour now, I created an offer because really, if you're an SEO writer, you know too well that writing one SEO article for a client cannot get them results. I mean, a client cannot say, just write me one article that will just be getting me thousands of clients. SEO does not work like that. You need to create an SEO strategy that you can implement in 3 to 6 months before you can begin to talk of seeing tangible results in my own industry. So instead of just charging people for one article, I just switched, and then what value can I get people? All right. If I want to write SEO article for a website for 3 to 6 months, can I get them XYZ amount of leads or XYZ amount of clients? So I'm going to now charge based on the results that I can get you, not based on one article or per word or per hour or per minute. All right. So one of the things I did was to switch to a value-based pricing strategy. So you price, when it's a value-based price strategy, you price based on the outcomes that you can deliver for the client. Let's say, for example, you're a copywriter and you will write a copy, usually write a copy, let's say $20, $25, or even $100. And then your client takes that article, they go put it on their website, and then they make $10,000 from just that one single copy that you wrote for them. You are shooting yourself in the foot because they paid you just $100 and they made $10,000. So when you now want to charge based on the value of what you are delivering, you will say, because I know this article, this copy I'm writing you will make you $10,000, I'm going to take the tithe, just like God. I'm going to take the tithe of that $10,000. I'm going to charge you $1,000. If your work is so sure for you, you can even tell them, don't pay me. I mean, don't pay me for a start, or you can charge them just a very minute fee. You can charge them just $100, and then you sign an agreement that if this copy makes you $10,000, you're going to pay me 5% of that revenue, which is $500, or you're going to pay me 10%. This is now no longer you charging per hour. This is you charging as per the value and the transformation that your service can deliver to the client. And this is a different ball game. So instead of you making just $100 on that gig, now you're making $1,000, all right? Because you're not charging per hour or charging per copy. You are now charging as per the transformation that you can deliver for the client. I hope this is helping somebody, all right? Another thing you can do is to create a tiered service. So instead of just doing one service, I mean, if you're a graphics designer, for example, instead of just doing one graphics design, 5,000 naira, you can now create a bundled package and say, okay, so if I put this and this and this together, I can get this client this result. And so based on that, you create an offer that is bundled together, and then you present it. Now you're not selling 5,000. Now you're probably selling 100,000, 150,000. All right. So this is one of the ways that I actually revamped my business strategy in 2024, and it just raised the revenue from what it was in 2023, all right, to what it now became. All right. So another strategy under the value base, now you can create premium offer. All right. You can create general offer. I mean, for example, you know, there were days in the past where products like detergents, all right, used to be very expensive. They created one big bag of detergent and it's probably 500. And then they saw that, okay, so how can we make the most of the market and get so much money? I mean, so many people can afford this big bag. So let's create all this small, 15 naira, 100 naira. So now they are selling to the 500 naira people, they are selling to the 15 naira, to the 100 naira. It's the same thing with milk. They now began to create Dano that is 100 naira, 150, and then there's a bigger one, and then there's the tin, and then all of that. It's just you thinking of, oh, how exactly can I extract more value from the market? And one of the ways you can do that is some of you can now begin to create premium option for high value clients. So you have the basic option, then you have the premium. Even this training, I mean, this second course, can you see? It's one of the strategy. There's a general access and then there's a VIP access. And what you get in the general access is not the same as what you get in the VIP. All right. So now we can make money from general and we can also make more money from the VIP. Can you see our business strategy that I'm actually giving you there? So that's number one. Let me use some water to step down to number one. Number two, the second strategy that I used in 2024 was that I now did service bundling and upselling. In marketing or business, there's something we call upsell, cross-sell, upsell, cross-sell. All the jargon. I'm going to make it simpler for you. So one of the things that was I did service bundling and I did upsell. You know me, if you follow me on LinkedIn, you know I'm also on Medium. You know, Medium is after LinkedIn, my next platform is Medium. So this year, my third platform is YouTube. All right. So one of the things that I did is I created low ticket offers that have low risk. All right. This is what I did in 2024. I created certain low ticket offers because low ticket offers have low risk. For example, this challenge, 5,000 naira, VIP 10,000. Those are low ticket offers. Some of you use 5K to buy pizza. All right. You use 5K to buy airtime. My data in a month, I mean, 5,000 can't stand it. So some of you just felt like, how much is 5,000? Because you know there are other challenges that people sell for 15K, 20K, 30K and all that. That's not to say someday this challenge is going to be that expensive. As soon as we get more results and we have more credibility, forget this challenge is also going to go higher, the price. All right. So what did I say? The second one is service bundling and upselling. Service bundling and upselling. All right. This is going to be more useful to service-based business people. Service bundling and upselling. So one of the things I did was I created low ticket products. All right. Low ticket products have low risk. So, I mean, people just be like, okay, so how much is $5? I mean, I can give $5 out to somebody. So I'm going to pay for this just little risk. So they come in, have an experience of my brand with the low ticket. And low ticket offers, you don't need to promise heaven and earth. I just tell you, okay, I'm going to take you from point B, low ticket offer. And then when you pay, I deliver on my from point A to point B. Then I now ups program where I now tell you, so now that you are at point B, I mean, I told you I was going to take you from point A to point B. Here you are. You are now at point B. I want to take you from point B. I mean, that's going from A1, B2. Point Z is 26. I'm going to take you from 2 to 26. But the program is actually going to cost 450K. All right. So because they came in through a low ticket offer, low risk, and you delivered, now they trust you more to now commit to a what? A high ticket offer. But I mean, it's strange, impossible. It happens. I mean, I get such results, but I'm saying it is not so common that somebody is meeting your brand for the very first time and then you're presenting them a 7-figure offer and they just say, okay, send me your account. All right. They need to go on a journey with you, maybe 6 months, 1 year, see all the results you're getting other people before they be like, oh, there's 1 million naira. Do you understand? So it takes some form of journey for people to now get to the point where they know you, they like you, and they trust you enough. They've not seen you before, but they trust you enough to send you 7 figures for a program or 6 figure. But you know, a simple way to get them to quickly trust you is to give them a low ticket offer. Sell them something that is 5K, then over deliver on that. And now that they see the results you can get them, they'll be like, oh, this guy is legit.
They now say, okay, so now we want to take you to from point B to point Z, but this time around it's going to be 6 figures. And they'll be like, oh, this guy delivered, he's going to deliver again. Right? That's one of the strategy I used on Medium especially. For example, I on Medium that was specifically for Medium and $20.99. That's like $21. And you know, an American or somebody in Canada knows that $21 for a coaching program is peanuts. All right, it's when you convert it to now that Nigerian is going to be like because that's going to be maybe 30 something K. You know, but to an American, $20 is like giveaway. All right, it's not like it's that easy to come by, but it is still a very much low ticket offer. So some people come for the low ticket offer, experience my coaching and my knowledge and my all that I can offer. Then I upsell them to my 3 months coaching program. Because not too much results you can get in 21 days. But when they see all of the attention I give to them in that 21 days, the effort, and then how much result they got. I mean, I have some of my students who earned their first money on Medium just after the 21 days. All right. And so because of that result, they are now more confident in my brand to say, okay, you spoke about, and one of the things I do is as soon as we're wrapping up the 21 days, on day 2021, I'm already introducing them to my 3 months coaching. Now that you've gotten these results, you want to step things up, get on my 3 months program. And I got some students from there, and they paid me in dollars. I mean, my first student was from Albania. I think that was in February. And then I had not even raised my price. It was $300. All right. Convert $300 to Naira. All right. And then I'm going to get to what the next thing that I did, you know, somewhere into the year. I just raised my price. All right. So guys, I'm saying the next thing you can do is you can do service bundling and upselling. You get people to come in through a low ticket offer. They experience your service and your quality. Then you upsell them to a high ticket offer. Now that you have delivered and they trust you more, it then becomes easier for them to actually take you up on a more serious offer. All right. So let me give another example of what worked for me. For example, service bundling, LinkedIn executive ghostwriting. You know, LinkedIn content, there are different contents you can create on LinkedIn. There's writing, which is like the normal caption writing. So there is cut-out sales, and then there is video content. I can edit videos, but I'm not good at cut-out sales, all right? So service bundling is, I'm going to be your LinkedIn executive ghostwriter, and $997. And in a week, we're going to create 3 content. One is going to be the caption, the normal writing. Then the second is going to be cut-out sales. And if you have videos from conferences and the programs you attend, the third one is going to be videos. And then the fourth one is we'll start a new, be doing a 3 minutes, 4 minutes deep dive, you know, just to position you as an authority in your field. That's also something that I can do as from my writing background. But I then outsource cut-out sales design to a graphic design that is solid. Video design, I can always wing that. Do you understand? So what have we done? We've bundled graphics design, video production, and writing together into an offer. And now, instead of me just writing and charging you for one article or one post on your Medium, for on your LinkedIn for $30, I've bundled all of them together and I'm charging you $997. Knowing fully well that out of the $997, I'm going to pay some to graphics designers if I decide to use other professional editors. All right. So one of the things you can look at your industry, look at the skill set that you use on your business and say, oh, how can I put all of this instead of just doing graphic design? So what other skills do I have that I can put together and then create a holistic offer that can get people tangible transformation, and then I can charge better. I remember working for a client in 2023. He's a Ghanaian, and this was even academic writing. I really don't put myself out as an academic writer, but some of you may not know, I started writing as an academic writer. When I left university, I did a research assistant for a lecturer in Rufus Giwa Polytechnic for 1 year. I was writing projects for all of the students that don't have time or don't know how to write projects. I was making so much money from there. So I have a background in academic writing. So this lady reached out to me. It was even a friend of mine. They were doing a program in Canada She reached out to me. It was a communication program, and I studied mass comm, so it was just easy peasy. So I was helping them to do their term paper, their assignment, all of that. So when they got to their finals, so she was expected to, and then create a video presentation, a PowerPoint presentation, and I mean record a presentation and then send it in as an assignment for her. When I was done with the writing, to create the PowerPoint, she was also relaxed. I have gained all of those admin years when I was working PA, executive assistant, and all that. So I did the PowerPoint for her, extra charge. I did the PowerPoint. She spoke video. The video was supposed to be 4 minutes, but by the time she was done recording, it was 6 minutes. I video editing. So I did the writing, I did the PowerPoint creation, I did the video editing, trimmed it down from 6 minutes to 4 minutes, and I charged for the 3 of them. That's an example of service bundling. So instead of just getting money as a ghostwriter for, as a research writer or ghostwriter, I got money for writing, I got money for PowerPoint, I got money for video editing. And even if I could have just outsourced it to charge her $20, $30 for the PowerPoint creation. I can even go to Fiverr and outsource. I can even see a Nigerian and outsource it to the person for 5K, 10K. And I then pocket the rest of the money. Do you get? Service bundling and upselling. Upselling is you allow people to come in through a low ticket offer. I mean, it can just be a basic offer that does not cost so much. The risk is minimal, so they jump on it. Then you over deliver, and then you sell them on a higher offer. Argument section, if this is making sense to you. I'm just sharing with you the things that work for me in 2024 that I'm still doing in 2020, and share with you some of the things, the next level things I'm doing in 2025. So let me know, is this making sense? Number 3, high ticket offer creation or one offers. All right, and this is where I want to do deliverance. I want to do deliverance on the minds of some of you. I want to do some serious deliverance. Some of you need to get delivered tonight from thinking small, from asking small, and from charging small. All right? Some of you need to get deliverance tonight, and I hope that my words will deliver you from trying to be the cheapest person in your industry. All right? Every time you are competing on price, people are selling their offer 100K, and sell my own 20K, all right, because I want to get that working for you. All right, how is that really working for you? One of the things that I did in 2024 was that I just changed my positioning and I went for premium position, raised my offers, the price of my offer. Let me give you a gist. I was very strong on Facebook. Some of you have seen my profile on Facebook. In recent times, I've not been active, but I mean, I have about 14K. Okay, so one of my Facebook is like 9K plus. I mean, for you to have built your Facebook to that point. But one of the things I now noticed was, as I was selling my service and products on Facebook, that there were so many, I love to use vernacular, but some of you may not understand. So many broke people on Facebook. I hope you know that some of the people that even use Airtel and MTN browsing mode to access Facebook. Sometimes when you post picture or post video, they will just come and comment. I cannot even see the picture or video because I'm on free mode. So it's only your caption they can read. So when I launched ghostwriting, 3 months ghostwriting program on Facebook, everybody began to shout, yada, yada, yada. You guys are the people that are spoiling this country. How can you be charging 150? I was charging 150K, ordinary 150K. How can you be charging 150K for training, for just knowledge sharing? You know, sometimes people make it look like, I mean, knowledge sharing. Is it not just to share what you know? Why are you charging 150K? And now I ask some of them, how much did you pay for your 4 years education? That education that is not even putting food on your table now. How much did you pay? All right. But you are struggling to pay 150K for a skill that can change your life. So I always tell people, never let anybody tell you that your product is too expensive. Don't let anybody tell you. All right? Your product is not too expensive. You are most likely talking to the wrong target audience or the wrong client. I mean, nobody wakes up and says a Maserati is too expensive. If you don't have the money to buy a Maserati, simply walk into an Honda Accord shop or Toyota Corolla or Toyota Camry and go and buy what your money can buy. You don't carry yourself and then walk into a Maserati, car shop and then say a Maserati is too expensive. I mean, just go to your level, all right? And that's why when people are looking for cars, all I have is just 2 million. I'm just looking for a Toyota Corolla model 1999, and that is playing to your pockets. Do you understand? So if you say your product is 2 million naira, don't let anybody come and tell you, oh, that's too expensive now. The moment the person tells you that's too expensive, it is either of two things. One, you have not been able to communicate the value of what you do in a way that they get it. That could be the first issue. The second issue can be that they are just not your target audience. It does not matter how much you try to communicate the value of what you do, they will still tell you, but even at that, 2 million naira. Or this one is not my client. I hope I can talk about prospecting, when we're talking about marketing next week. I will try my best. If what I want to cover is not too much, so that you know how to, the clients not to waste your time on and the ones that you should spend your time with. All right. So I just simply felt like, oh, okay, so it looks like I'm speaking to the wrong people. So I packed my business away from Facebook. All right. I was still selling my courses, my 15K courses, my 10K. It looks like this is what you guys want. Okay, don't worry. I'm going to give it to you. So that was when I went to Medium. As at 2023, when all of this happened on Facebook, I had 22 followers, all right, on Medium. But one of the things that came to me is, as I was thinking about how to re-strategize my business, and I thought, okay, fine. Medium is an international platform where there are people from USA, Canada, and all that. I mean, so this is no longer a broke audience. And for example, for you to read on Medium, you pay $5 per month. And for a person and you pay $50 per year. So for a person to pay $50 in a year to read on Medium, then they must be invested in personal development. So I'm like, I'm going to go to Medium and I'm going to build my brand on Medium, knowing fully well that if people see my brand, know my brand, trust my brand, and they see me growing on the platform, building a very solid brand, I can then easily convince people, to buy my training program. And it worked, all right? It absolutely worked. I said all of that to say, some of you think small. Every time you want to sell, you're thinking of how to charge low. I mean, you're just thinking of how to bring your rate down, so that everybody can afford you. So you're trying to sell to everybody, and then you are overburdening yourself, and you're still not making good money. I charge 125K for LinkedIn optimization. I don't get 100 clients in a year. I get like, say, maybe 10, between 10 and 15. But imagine you do LinkedIn optimization for somebody for 125K, and someone else is charging 5K. I'm not kidding now. I saw somebody, was it December or in November last year, in one of the challenges I joined. This lady does LinkedIn optimization for 10,000 naira. 10,000 naira. And I asked myself, I sell for 125K, and I spend, okay, so when I'm going to talk about this, on that, when I'm telling you how to now make your offer premium, all right? Because it's not just about saying, I'm charging 125K. Okay, so what's different between you and the person selling for 10K, all right? What's the difference? So there are things that you're going to put in your offer that will now make it, okay, so this one is premium, all right? But simply, I saw somebody doing it for 10K. So if I do one optimization, I get 125K. I pay the graphics designers that work with me and all that. But in the end, I get some good profit. This person does for 10K. How many optimization will she need to do to make 125K? 12 and a half optimization. So if it takes 3 hours to 4 hours, because I get on 2 clarity call sessions with you if I want to do your optimization. The first one, we're going to really dig deep into your brand and all that. I will now give you some research and some assignments to go and do. You now come back for the second clarity session, which is another 1 hour. We'll now make final conclusion on the direction we're going with your brand color and all that, how you want your brand to look. I'll now reach out to the graphics designer to start work. All right. So let's say all of that takes 3 hours or 4 hours. This person does it for 10K, and she's going to spend about 3 to 4 hours too. Well, except she's not doing clarity session. It's just, oh, you want to do optimization? Yes. Okay, DP, and give me one feature session. Go ahead and just go and put colors together and just come up with a design. All right. I don't know how long this person spent, but let's say she spends 1 hour or 2 hours to do the optimization. And she has to do 12.5 to get 125K. She's going to spend 2 hours times 12. She's going to spend 24 hours, and then the half, 1 hour. She's going to spend 25 hours, make 125K. I'm going to spend just 3 hours. I'm going to make 125K. Which of the life is sweeter and easier? All right. See, you will see that when you now begin to charge premium, your life is going to be easier. One of the ways it's also going to be easier is you will now begin to attract premium clients, and premium clients don't stress you. All right. It is all these people that pay you 10K, 5K that used to stress people. I'm not joking. In 2024, I work with a lot of level 17 governors are the people that were paying me my 125K, my 450K. I work with a lot of level 17 workers. I work with a lot of white people paying me that kind of amount of money. They don't stress you. Premium clients don't stress you. There's a way they think. As long as the promise you're giving them, you can deliver. There's a way they think. Their life is simple. They don't like stress. But you see the people that pay you 5K, 10K, they will use 1 million out of you. And that was one of the things I changed from prospecting Nigerian clients in 2020. The first contract I got in 2020 in October was a 200,000 gig. That lady used me to the tune of 2 million naira. By the time we didn't even complete the contract, it got to a point I was tired, she was tired. We just disappeared. We just walked away from the contract. We just both, without talking, we just silently, unconsciously agreed that we should walk away, and we just walked away. Until today, we have not talked. All right. So when I now switched to doing it in 2020, I now saw the difference. It was a sweet and a easy life. The standard is higher, no doubt. All right. If you want to break into that market, you need to raise the bar. Your quality control must go up. But see, it was easier and simpler. An American person will give you an article to write. They will send you the guide for the article. They will detail it, tell you what to do, what not to do. You will not have any problem with them if you follow that guide to the T. Where you will begin to have problem with an American client is after they have taken their time to create that document and spell out everything they want you to do, and you now come back and they now have to be correcting you, you will piss them off. But if you can raise your own standard, follow the guide, do as they expect you to do, you will have a very smooth working relationship with them. So I discovered that the premium clients don't stress you. It's the people that pay 5K, 2K. That 5K is like their life. They will stress you. They will take the life out of you. But the guys that pay you 6-figure, their life is simple, easy. Just ensure that what you promise you're delivering. When you say you are meeting, you are meeting. When you come on the call, you are doing, see, I enjoy premium clients, and I'm not kidding you. I enjoy premium clients. Very sweet people. These rich people, their life is just easy. They don't have time for stress. All right? Communicate when you should communicate. All right? Send them message. I'm going to send you a message, reply, and your relationship is just going to work smoothly. All right? So some of you need to stop thinking small. Stop trying to be the cheapest person in your industry. Stop it. In 2025, stop it. When everybody is selling for 10K, stop charging 1K because you want to get everybody. I hope you know this challenge. I didn't charge 5K because I wanted to be the cheapest person. It's a market entry strategy. That's why you see the market entry strategy. The first cohort was free. Then people came to test it, and now some of you came back because of the experience. It's called market entry strategy. I didn't charge 5K for 2 because I wanted to be the cheapest person. No, this challenge is still going to be very expensive. But it's just not, you don't just wake up one day, start a challenge, and they say, my challenge is 50K. How about now? All right. So you need to enter the market slowly and gradually, build some reputation, build some credibility for yourself, and then based on that track record, you can now charge XYZ. It's a market entry strategy. But stop being the cheapest person in your industry. Go premium. Stop like a broke person. Start showing up like a premium brand. All right. And then you can now begin to command premium fees. Somebody say amen. Amen, somebody. All right. So one of the ways you can actually go premium is you can bundle your expertise into a comprehensive solution. And I think I spoke to that already. For example, my writing program now is 3 months and it's now 500K. It used to be 150K. People on Facebook were shouting, In 2024, as soon as we just got into 2024, I raised it to 300K. All right. And after I got a few clients at 300K, I raised it to 450K. And the people from Medium, they were paying me $300, $450. How much is that to an American? Kind of, all right? It's not really a high ticket offer. You can even just call it something low or maybe mid, somewhere in the lower rung of mid level ticket, all right? And they were paying comfortably and happily and joyfully, you know, compared to the people that were saying 150K, you want to kill us, all right? So I just raised it from 150 to 300. Then I went from 300 to 450. And this year, I moved it from, very soon, I'll move it to 600. All right? Go high ticket. So, and when I go on the 3 months program with them, always novices to writing. So I just take them from the mindset, and then we get into the rudiments of writing, and then we get into platform. I show them around Medium, show them around LinkedIn, show them around Upwork, and then show them the business side of writing. Bundle all of those things together in such a way that if I start with you from 1 up until the 3rd month, by the time we're done with the 3rd month, you'll be in a better place to now position yourself as a writer on the internet, all right? So that's just takes the whole thing from what? From being just a regular service to what? To a premium service, all right? So the other thing you can do is to create high value transformation program, all right? I mean, if a person comes to you and you're a graphics designer and they want to design, oh, just design one banner for me, 5,000 or 3,000 or 2,000, and you know very well that, I mean, their problem or to get results, they need more than just designing a banner. Create a high value transformation offer for them to go, okay, so what does a banner do? Let's say a banner takes you from point A to point B. Create an offer that takes them from point A to point Z, and then raise the price. Simple, all right? Raise the price. So let me stop on that. So some of the things I'm sharing in tonight's call, I think it's the VIPs that are going to benefit. Think on these things, and you're now seeing how to implement it in your business. When we now get on the one-on-one strategy call for the VIPs, then you can bring some of the practical, you can now bring some of the practical context of these things up with me, and we're going to think through it, and we're going to come up with, you know, solutions for you. Are you there? All right. So that's number 3. Number 4, diversify your revenue streams. Diversify your revenue streams. And I'm going to tell you an easy way to do this. Create more offers. I'm simply telling you to create more offers, but I'm not simply telling you to just be creating random offers. One of the things you want to do in 2025 is to be so obsessed with your target audience, with their problem. Take time to sit through your business or sit over your business and ask yourself, what are the problems my target audience are facing? How better or how best can I solve this problem? What else can I create to solve this problem for them? If you're a web designer, for example, I know Babatunde is a web designer, and you create websites for people, and after you discover that there's still a problem they face, yourself and ask, how can I solve this next level problem that they face? And create another offer, or create a bundled package or offer that solves all of the problems. And then you put a higher fee on it. But you know, one of the ways you can actually raise your revenue is to diversify your revenue streams. All right. So look out for the problems your audience are. See, the way to make money is to solve problems. I said that in the first cohort. Was it in the first training yesterday? Oh, maybe in the last cohort. How do you make money legitimately? You offer value. One of the basic definitions of money we learned in secondary school is that money is a means of value exchange. So it means if you want the money that is in you must be ready to give them some value that will compel them to now open their wallet, their purses, and send you the money. Why did you people pay for this? All right, because I offered you some form of value that now compelled you, because you desire that value. You know you must part with money. So you now went to your bank account and transfer, you know, the one that went to seller, giving you value, and what I'm getting in return is value to me. I know stuff, I can show you stuff, you have money. Okay, I'll give you all the stuff that I know, give me your money. Money is a means of value exchange. So the more problems you solve or the more valuable you become, the more money you make. There are 2 principles that I learned from MJ DeMarco in the Millionaire Fast Lane. There are 2 strategies to raise your income. Number 1, we call one magnitude. We call one the principle of scale, the principle of magnitude. The principle of scale and the principle of magnitude. The principle of scale says if you want to sell $10,000, you can create a product of $100. How many people do you need to sell to? 100 times 10, that's 1,000. You need to sell it to 100 people and you will make $10,000. So when you create that $100 product, what you now need to do is to look for how can you scale this product? How can you advertise this product? How can you use influencer marketing? How can you use affiliate marketing to ensure that this $100 product reach 100 people? And then you can get $100 from 100 people and you have made your $10,000. The law of magnitude says the higher the value of your service or your product, the more money you can charge. For example, real estate. If a person sets a target to make 1,000, let's say 10 million naira in real, and the person is into real estate, how many lands does the person need to sell to make 10 million naira? All right. They don't need to, compared to somebody who has to sell $100 product. All right. Compared to, let's use naira now, since most of us are Nigerian. Compared to somebody who has to sell a 1,000 naira product. You know how many products that person has to sell to make 10 million naira? But if you're a real estate agent and you get commission in 500K, 1 million, let's say 1 million over a land that you sell, you just need to sell 10 pieces and you have hit your 10 million target for the year. And you can do that in 1 month. You can do it in 1 week. All right. So I'm simply saying, get obsessed with solving the problems of people. And the more problems you solve, the more money you make. The more valuable you become to your target audience, the more money you can extract from them. All right. The more valuable you become to your target audience, to your market, the more money you can extract from the market. All right. So, and some of you in this program, for example, you can begin to think of creating digital products this year. Some of you may need to write books. Some of you may need to create courses. Which principles are you asking can be found online? Oh, the principles that I just shared. I stumbled on it in the digital millionaire. That's my course. The Millionaire Fast Lane by MJ DeMarco is a book, one of the books that transformed my life. I recommend it to you. The Millionaire Fast Lane. All MJ DeMarco was sharing in the book is how to become a millionaire fast. And that was what I learned and started in 2020. In 2021, I became a millionaire in May. I started my business in June 2020. In 11 months, I made my first 1.9 million. Millionaire Fast Lane. That's what I learned from the book. That's what I implemented. That's what I got. In 11 months. When I was working 9 to 5, my last 9 to 5 job was 55K. After all the deductions, it remained 50K. If I was ever going to be a millionaire, I will need to take that 50K and be saving it and not touch it. And you know it's not possible because even before the salary comes at the end of the month, I've spent over 50K. So when the salary comes, I just say, okay, transfer to Babatunde, transfer to Peace, transfer to Elizabeth. By the time I transfer everything, I'm already in deficit. But let's assume that I can even be saving the 50K. How many months will I need to save 50K before I finally make 1 million? In a year, in 12 months, I would have saved 600K. In another 8 months, I would have saved 400K. I will finally hit 1 million in 20 months. But when I started my online business in 2020, in May, I landed a high-paying client. In 2 weeks, I made $3,800, 1.9 million naira. That is Millionaire Fast Lane. All right. So that is what MJ DeMarco was talking about in the Millionaire Fast Lane. That there's a slow route to becoming a millionaire and there's a fast lane. I learned the fast lane and we're on the fast lane till we die, till Jesus comes. All right. So some of you may need to create digital products. Some of you may need to go into coaching this year. Go into coaching, go into consulting. Some of you know a lot in your industry, 5 years experience, 10 years experience. Start coaching, start consulting. All right. Start coaching, start consulting. Offer group coaching. For example, Uraola is into HR. You can create a program. I can even sell you this idea. I know my friend, which is the sister of my virtual assistant, my community manager, used to do this job readiness program then, that she brings fresh graduates together and trains them for like 2-3 weeks, on how to really be outstanding in the job market. You can create such a coaching program. Create a coaching program that helps people that are seeking for a job, and then some of the things you put together there is that you will do CV review or you will give them CV template. Just bring all of the rich together and then put a price on your group coaching program. If you get 10 people, charge them maybe 10K, 20 people times 10K, that's how much? That's like 200K. All right. Your revenue, instead of just making money from your 9 to 5 now, and also what? You have added another stream of income to your business. in 2025. All right. So I expect everybody in this on this call to now begin to think out of the box. How else can I solve the problem of the people of my target audience? What other problems are they facing that still need solution? Aside from what you do, you know that, okay, so review what you do and see, okay, so what are still the complaints that these people have? All right, what are the complaints that they are still having? What can I create to solve that problem once and for all? Can I create just one program or one product or one service that solves all of these three problems they are facing? Or can I just create a product that solves problem one, and after they have solved problem one, I say, okay, now guys, let's now help you solve problem two. Okay, guys, now that we have solved problem two, let's now help you solve problem three, so that you can just be living a sweet life. Just keep thinking, get obsessed with solving problems, with creating solutions. That is where your money lies in 2025. All right. If you have any question, put it in the comment section. I'm wrapping up already. By 9:15, I'm ending this session. What am I doing in 2025? I'm even giving you free of charge some of the strategies that I'm implementing in 2025. I am scaling in 2025. So one of the words the Lord gave me for 2025 is that it's time to scale. It's time to scale impact. It's time to scale. It's time to scale. That's why you find out that, oh, I'm setting big goals. For example, I'm helping at least 1,000 people to learn and master content marketing in 2025. It's time to scale. It's time to scale. And you find that as I'm launching some of these businesses, one of the things I'm doing to scale is, one, I'm building communities. This, for example, is part of scaling. It's community. All right. In the first cohort, we had 95 participants. Right now, we have maybe 20 something. That's over 100 people reached already, and we are still in February. That is scaling impact. All right. Building communities, affiliates, using affiliate marketing. So, all right. So some of you actually recommended people for the second cohort. That's affiliate marketing. So I touched one life, and then the one person referred one or two people. We're scaling impact. All right. And I also have enlisted, for example, I paid for the premium seller for premium on seller, so that I can also access their affiliate market. So all of my products, even this training now, is on the affiliate market on seller. So in 1-2 months down the line, we're likely going to be getting some of those affiliates. I mean, between last 7 days, at least 10 people have registered to be affiliates for my products on seller. Next 1-2 months, we're most likely going to get those affiliates, bringing in, people to buy courses and then trainings, and they're going to be getting 20%, 30% affiliate commission from doing that. All right. I'm scaling impact. The other thing I'm going to be investing so much in 2025 is I'm going to be investing in advertising. I've done organic up until this point. I'm going to be doing inorganic a lot this year. I'm going to be spending money on Facebook ads, on YouTube ads, somewhere down the line as we go in the year. All right. That is one of the strategies that I'm implementing in 2025. And that's something some of you need to begin to pick now. But maybe it's time to step up from organic and start doing inorganic too. All right. And start investing money. And these things take calculation. I just ask yourself, if I get a very credible, solid person that can run ads for me, and I spend 20K on running ads to one of my products, can I get 5 students? Let's say for my digital millionaire course, which is the one on Upwork and LinkedIn, is 20K. If I spend 20K on ads, can I get 5 people to buy the course? If I spend 20K and I get 5 students, I'm going to make 100K. So statutorily, I think numbers a lot. So I spend 20K, I make 100K. What that simply means is what? I make a profit of 80K because the courses are recorded already. Anything else? I just spend money on ads. Maybe if the person charges me half of that money, or let's even say 20K too. Let's say I get 5 students, I make 100K. I subtract the 40 from the 100. It means for every 40K I spend, I make 100K. Okay, for every 80K I spend, I make 200K. 80 minus 200, I make 120K. I'm just thinking scaling this year. How to get the number from 10 to 100, from 100 to 1,000, knowing fully well that the more people I reach, the more people I sell to, the more money I make. Does that make sense? All right. So I've shared with you a few strategies for which you can go from whatever it is you made in 2024 and go 10x. It depends on how much of this strategy you implement, all right, and how much commitment you put into making these strategies 1x, 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x, 6x, 7. You can do 10x, you can do 20x, you can do 30x, you can do 40x, all right, depending on your commitment to implementing these strategies. If you have any question, put them in the comment section. And one or two announcements. In the welcome letter, we have the accountability peer in there. What I expect some of you to have done is to have gone through the letter, click that Excel sheet that has the accountability pairing. Number 1 and number 2, for example, the names that follow each other will have the same color. If Ajalalekon and Soladoye Dayo, Ajalalekon Soladoye Dayo, yellow, that means my accountability partner is Soladoye. Well, she's my accountability partner somehow. All right. So that's your accountability partner. And the link to their profile is there. Click on that link, introduce yourself to them. The goal of the accountability pairing is that for the next 21 days, you will be accountable to each other. If I don't see Soladoye post tomorrow as our accountability partner, I should send her a chat. Hi, Soladoye, what's up? I noticed that you didn't post today. Are you fine? Are you good? That is the essence of accountability. So I'm accountable to her. She's accountable to me. That is the whole essence of the accountability pairing. And then you can meet somebody new, network with somebody new, make somebody new your friend. If I have ever been in a challenge before, everybody that was paired with me as accountability, they were always glad that they met me. Honestly, everybody. Because I will follow you up, I will be on your neck, I will ensure, even when they have, because I've spent some 3 good years of building my brand. Some of them even reach out and be like, what are you doing in this challenge? You have like 11K followers and you get some decent engagement. Why did you join? I'm like, I came here to network. I came here to meet people. So when they are not showing up, I follow them up and they say, oh, I'm having this challenge. I help them. I send them templates. Sometimes I even help them whip up content. So by the time we are done with 21 days, they just can't stop thanking God that I was the accountability partner. And you can be that same person to your partner. Be such a person that when you meet people, you leave them with an indelible mark that they can never forget you. All right? They can never forget you. I think maybe when we get to quarter 3, we're going to be rewarding accountability partners the most. I think I should even do that this quarter. Should I do it? Should I reward people? Let me know in the comment section. Do you want rewards? Excuse me. Should we give rewards? I expect everybody to say yes. I know everybody will say yes. All right, me and my VA, we're going to think about it. We may just think of what we can do for the most active male and the most active female. The parameters will be, that person that created content almost every day, and that we saw her or him engaging and supporting people in the community. Yeah, that's the most active person. We'll think of something we can do for them. Yeah, I hope we come up with something. Amen. Amen. Grace says, yes, so we want reward. So me and my community manager will think about it. Yeah, so we may, just have it in mind. Maybe we'll reward the most active male and the most active female at the end of the challenge. So you can be that person, create content every day, and then support people. That's how we're going to know whether you're the most active. So I see a lot of yes. I think we're going to do something. We'll announce it very soon. All right? What we're going to do. So in the next 21 days, commit to your brand. I expect everybody to leave this call tonight. It's ending very early. Create your content for tomorrow. Go and schedule it. If you don't know how to schedule content, send a message in the WhatsApp. Let me even, I want to round up. I would have said I should go and show you, but let me round up, all right? I like to keep to my word. One of my values as a business owner is integrity. I don't like to say things and then go back on them. So, like I was, start showing up tomorrow. We're showing up for the next 21 days, all right? We're showing up for the next 21 days. Show up for your brand, create content, network with people in the community, and also network with people on LinkedIn. Connect with new people, meet new people. If you're joining this challenge with 500 connections, by the end of the challenge, I expect you to have like 700, 1,000. Create content, connect with people, network with people. Make friends from this challenge. This 21 days, the only thing you'll be living with it and the friends that you have made from the challenge. Are we ready to do this? Are we ready to show up for our brand from tomorrow, March? Are we ready? Let me see in the comment section. Are we ready? Give me some energy. in the comment section. I am ready to support you. I am rooting for you. My community manager is there. If you have any question, anything you're struggling with that has to do with the challenge, reach out to her. Put all your burden on her. All right. Don't put your burden on me, all right? The VIP guys, we're going to be having our one-on-one calls this week. I've sent the link in the group. Go and book your slot for the consultation session and the profile review session. Let's get it done. Let's do it early this week so that if there are anything you need to quickly fix on your profile or anything you need to quickly work on, you can work on it so that you can get results. Please. I am ready for you guys. In the next 21 days, I'm in your corner. I'm rooting for you. All right? And I wish you all the best. Are we ready for the next 21 days? Let me see in the energy. Yeah, P says ready. Elizabeth says ready. I like that. I like the energy. Give me some emoji. Give me some power emoji. Let's show we are ready for this. All right? We're ready to show. We're ready to make the most of what you already have, which is your brand, and you're ready to showcase your awesomeness to the world for the people to know good at what you do. You might have been hiding yourself, but no, I am. My profile on LinkedIn, you see the way I talk. For example, when you read my at the end or my call to action, I tell you, I am the ghostwriter that you should have first worked with. And you went to go and hire that JJC ghostwriter. And I'm the last ghostwriter that you will work with. I say it with confidence because I know what I can deliver, all right? So you need to now begin to show up with that boldness and confidence. Show up bright, show up strong in the next 21 days. I love you guys. I'm rooting for you. With the music of Itunu, all right? Beautiful song, amazing song. I hope you guys had a wonderful night's rest, and I hope you have a beautiful week today. I'm rooting for you. I'll see you in the. Don't forget the group will be open 7:30 a.m. till 12 noon to noon. Share your link between that window. Don't create content in the evening. Those of you that is concerned, go and say no more. Share your link early and engage with people. The spirit of a community is that to do to you. Don't say I will not engage on. I say it, they don't want to hear it. When a person posts their link, go and engage with them and trust that they will return the same energy. That person in this community that people show you when you don't engage with them, and busy. You don't do that. You make your people from the community engage with you, so you think return the energy to them. It's a very bad habit. All right. Thank you. Good night. If you're yet to subscribe to this channel, click that subscribe button now. All right, and turn on the notification videos. This channel is for writing for impact, influence, and income. I'll be sharing videos and tips on how to write online and to increase your impact and influence and make money. So ensure you subscribe to the channel. It will not cost you anything. Just click subscribe. Turn on notification bell and have a wonderful night rest. I'll see you in the WhatsApp group tomorrow. Good night.